talk about joining a new team and becoming a crowd favorite instantly. That is Richaun Holmes, who is joining us here, one of the heroes of yesterday's game. Good morning, Richaun. Congratulations on the win and your performance. And how much better does it feel the way you guys have been playing the last 7 games?
Good morning. Appreciate you guys having me. And, it feels good. We've been working hard every day in practice, just putting in the work to improve the team and turn the team around. And it's just good to see some of that hard work come to fruition. So having fun with it.
We're going to talk a lot about the game, but I want to point out that the reason why, or one of the reasons why Richaun Holmes has been so embraced by fans. Well, first off, heart and hustle, grit and grind. But also, we take very kindly to players that care about the community. And we'll talk more about this later, too. I just want to let everybody know that Richaun's teaming up with Nayote Footwear in Birkenstock Midtown, donating 150 pairs of custom-fit shoes to women associated with Sacramento's Weave Incorporated as part of the team's 18th season of doing good. Richaun, along with a lot of King's staff and volunteers, are going to help the women select their shoes. As somebody, Richaun, I'm very familiar with that organization. I've done the walk a mile in her shoes, where you walk a mile literally in high heels just to kind of raise awareness, some money, and understand. That's phenomenal work by you, and thank you as a Sacramentan. Thank you for all you do for the community.
No, I appreciate it. It's big on my heart to do things like that, especially in the community. And, domestic violence has been such a prevalent issue in our community. And it's just something I wanted to do, something that's very near and dear to my heart. So I'm very excited to be able to get out there and, give away some shoes. So I want to thank Mayo for that. And, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody.
Well, good for you to do that. Is that something you've done when you were in Philly and Phoenix as well, kind of taking on that role of giving back to the community?
Oh, definitely. That's something giving back is something that I always want to do, and that's just very, very important to me. And to be in the position I'm in now, to be able to give back, it's very special. So I just want to do as much as I can, and I'm looking forward to it today as well.
Back to the team itself, Richaun. Again, this is, you wouldn't think it's a blue-collar town, and we appreciate heart and hustle, people that dive on the floor and mix it up with the big boys down low. And I want to talk about the coach. After the first 5 games, what is Luke doing? He doesn't know what he's doing. This team is listless. They don't know what's going on. Richaun, it seemed like Luke and the staff were trying to establish a culture, especially of defense, with the team, and sometimes that takes a little bit. Is that accurate, that in the beginning you guys are trying to adjust to what we're seeing happen now?
Oh, definitely. We first came out, we had goals and things. It just wasn't going our way the first few games, And I think, we never panicked. Coaching staff never panicked. We just continued to work on the culture, like you said, the principles that we wanted to build our culture on, and just wanted to continue to establish those things. And I think these last few games, you really see the hard work we've been putting in come to fruition. So it's all about, just building and getting better, you know what I'm saying? And, we're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to work hard on the defensive end. That's what we want our identity to be. We want to be a great defensive team, and it's important just to keep building.
Richaun, I want to ask you about the final sequence late that you were at a heavy impact in. So there's a Celtics up 1. You guys need a stop. There's a loose ball, and you fight for it, and you get it, and Smart comes in there, and they ultimately call a foul. So now you have to go to the foul line. Those aren't easy to make anytime, but certainly under pressure. How did you feel when you had to go to the line to not only tie the game and then ultimately win the game for the team?
It was some pressure on it, but, just wanted to zone in, work on free throws every day. So, I kind of was just in the moment, I really just wanted to go to the line, knock down the free throws, and focus on getting the stop. My mind was already on getting the stop because I knew the free throws were going to drop. That's just the confidence I had and the confidence my teammates had in me.
Notice when you go to the free throw line, you have a lot of players do. They have a very specific routine. You kind of punch yourself in the top left, just above or just at your heart. What's the story behind that?
I actually have a tattoo of my son right on my chest, so that's kind of just a shout out to my little man. Shout out RJ.
And when you're going in, obviously those situations is what a player lives for. But coming into this environment, you're new, Luke's new, but there's also established guys, like De'Aaron Fox. Marvin was a rookie last year, but obviously an established player. what may be most impressive, Richaun, is that many would say that Marvin and De'Aaron are two of the top 3 players on the team. Yet you guys, with no disrespect to them at all, you almost look more in sync since De'Aaron went down. You're obviously a much better team with him, but a lot of guys have obviously stepped up recently.
Oh, definitely. And, we have a lot of veteran guys on the team who, are ready to step up when called upon, and when De'Aaron went down, I think Corey Joseph has done a great job coming in, filling in that starting point guard spot. Yogi Ferrell coming off the bench has been huge for us. And so, we just had guys ready to step up. And that's kind of one of our statements for this season that Coach Lucas had is, so what, now what? Nobody really cares. Nobody else is going to feel sorry for us. And so we have to go out there ready to play every night with who we have on the floor. And I think we've done a great job of just competing.
Well, and obviously talking about the injuries and all that, we were going to take some phone calls here. We actually have a doctor on the phone that had a question for Richaun. Doc, go ahead. You're on with Richaun Holmes.
All right.
Hello, Richaun Holmes. The question that I had was, how did you get to the NBA? I mean, what path did you take to make it to the NBA? And who was very instrumental in your life?
Richaun, could you hear the question?
I could. I think I recognize that.
I would hope so. Dr. Holmes, Richaun Holmes' mother, joins us right now on a little bit of a conference call. I mean, listen, I'm going to back off. I think you should answer that question.
Yes.
How did you get to the NBA, and who was so instrumental?
Well, I have to thank my parents, my mom and my dad, Dr. Ladisa and Richard D. Holmes. They took me to every tournament. Can't ever remember them missing a game when I was coming up. So definitely had to thank them, thank my brothers. My family they always had my back coming up. And so even when I wasn't getting the minutes in high school, things of that sort, they always had my back, always knew my dream was to make it to the NBA, so they always pushed me. So definitely have to thank them. And the path to the NBA was not an easy one. I had to go to junior college for a year and had to work my butt off at Bowling Green. Just putting in the work, hard work every day when I didn't feel like going to practice, didn't feel like working out in the summers. Just having that commitment to be in the gym every day to make myself a better player and give myself an opportunity. And through God's favor, it worked out.
Well, and if anybody hasn't seen the support that you get from Dr. Holmes, your mother, you're a fantastic follow on social media. Your celebrations after Kings wins, I think gets everybody fired up, Dr. Holmes.
Oh, thank you so much. It's just an honor to be in Sacramento and to celebrate with the team as well as the fans, our winnings. It's just absolutely wonderful. But I did have one more question for Richaun.
Please.
Richaun, I just want you to make it clear to people who taught you how to block shots. Now, I'm not talking about your father or your brothers or anybody like that. Who comes to mind when you think about block shots? Who taught you how to block shots?
I think the first coach that comes to mind is definitely Coach David Dortch from Illinois Rapids, my AAU team.
Coach Dortch.
Huh?
Was that the wrong answer?
Coach Dortch. Your mama taught you that.
Your mama taught you that, Richaun.
Your mama taught you that. Ow. Okay.
Richaun.
I just want to know.
Hey, Rashawn's never coming back on with us again, is he? Hey, Richaun, we're going to finish up. We're going to finish up with the two of you here. Now, first off, Richaun growing up with a couple of doctors, it means he knows what's going on, number one. Number two, Dr. Holmes, I'll give you the last word because we're bringing Richaun on. He's nice enough to come on to talk about yesterday's game. But as we started out, he's also coming on because we're promoting the event that he's really leading today, along with Naote Footwear, Birkenstock, Midtown, 150 pairs of custom fit shoes to women associated with weed. You're new to the community, Dr. Holmes. Obviously, you're here because you love your son very much. But how proud are you of Richaun not only taking a leadership on things like this, but obviously representing you and your husband so well with a community that has really embraced him?
Yes, we're very proud of him. I mean, Sean is the youngest of four, and he's always, whenever he decides to do something and put his mind to it, he does a great job, whatever it is. And so for him to partner with Mayo and to do this giveaway is just absolutely wonderful. I can't stress that enough. I'm just very, very proud of him on the court as well as off the court. He loves the community. He wants to see the community better, and anything he can do to help that, he does it. So I'm just very, 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 very proud of him. Very proud of him.
Well, I think everybody's fallen in love with Richaun Holmes, the whole Holmes family. Dr. Holmes, thank you. Richaun, thank you. Congratulations on your performance yesterday as well and the big win, and good luck tomorrow against your old team, Phoenix.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys having me as well as my mom. And the love that I've been shown here, is second to none. So just appreciate you guys.
Well, it's just getting started. Thank you, Richaun. I mean,
how do you not love that kid?
Yeah, the whole family,
The whole
right?
family.
I mean, easy
Seriously.
people to root for.
The Drive.